There are moments in life when we pause and realize how fragile and yet how extraordinary our days truly are. In the quiet of such a pause, I find myself thinking of you and the light you bring into my world, often without realizing it. Life has a way of stretching us thin, of filling our hours with noise and distraction, and yet in the midst of this turbulence, your presence has been a quiet anchor. I want you to know that even in the simplest gestures, in the laughter we share, in the silences that are comfortable, and in the moments when words are unnecessary, you have left an imprint upon my heart that cannot be erased. Perhaps you do not see it, perhaps you underestimate the effect you have, but the truth is undeniable, you matter profoundly. You have a strength that I have observed with admiration, one that does not call attention to itself, but radiates gently, consistently, like the first light of dawn. You approach challenges with a patience and grace that inspires me to reconsider my own approach to obstacles, to temper haste with thought, and fear with courage. I have watched you meet difficulties not with resentment or despair but with resolve, and it is in those moments that I see the beauty of your character, the integrity that shapes your decisions and actions. Even when life seems relentless, when it demands more than we feel capable of giving, your resilience reminds me that strength does not always shout, sometimes it whispers, and those whispers carry us further than any loud proclamation ever could. I want to tell you that I see you. I see the quiet ways in which you make the world brighter. I see the empathy you extend to those around you, the patience you show, the love you give freely, without expectation. It is remarkable, and it does not go unnoticed. Life often teaches us to measure value by achievement, by recognition, by the applause of the crowd, yet I have learned that the most profound influence lies in the subtle acts, the steady presence, and the unwavering commitment to be oneself even when no one is watching. You exemplify this lesson in ways I admire every day. I hope you realize that when I speak of your impact upon my life, I am speaking not of grand gestures alone, but of the countless small moments that accumulate into something truly extraordinary. It is in the way you listen with intent, in the way you encourage others without diminishing yourself, in the way you offer warmth and sincerity that cannot be feigned. Those qualities are rare, and they are invaluable, and they are the reason I feel compelled to reach out to you in this moment, to ensure you know how deeply you are appreciated. I cannot guarantee that words will ever be sufficient to express the entirety of what I feel, but I can offer them with honesty, and I can promise that they come from a place of genuine recognition and gratitude. You have shaped my world in ways that I may not have the language to fully describe, but they are imprinted upon my mind, my heart, and my understanding of what it means to connect with someone authentically. To witness your strength, your kindness, your unwavering dedication to the values you hold dear, is to be reminded of the best of what humanity can offer. You teach by example, and that teaching has been a gift to me, quietly transformative. I want you to know that when I speak of love and admiration, I am not speaking lightly. I am speaking of a recognition that grows quietly but steadily, a recognition that knows your presence has been a guiding influence in my journey. Even when distance, circumstance, or silence intervenes, the respect and care I hold for you remain unshaken. Life has a way of scattering us, of placing walls of misunderstanding or distraction between those who matter most, and yet the bond we share persists. It persists because it is rooted in authenticity, in the acknowledgement of each other's worth, and in the quiet certainty that true connection does not dissolve with absence. When I reflect upon all the ways in which you have inspired me, I am reminded that influence is often invisible in its beginning, subtle in its presence, and profound in its consequences. You have shaped not only the way I see the world but also the way I approach it, the values I hold, and the courage I summon when challenges appear. This message is not simply an expression of gratitude, though it is that, but also a declaration of my commitment to honor that impact by striving to live with integrity, kindness, and awareness. It is a call to remember that the people who shape us deserve recognition, not for their sake alone, but so that their example continues to guide us through our own decisions, actions, and moments of choice. There is so much to say, yet words are never quite enough. And yet, I hope that as you listen, you understand that every sentence carries intention, every pause carries respect, every sentiment carries the weight of genuine regard. You are significant. You are extraordinary, and the world is undeniably brighter for your presence within it. Even when storms appear and the path forward is uncertain, the influence of someone like you provides clarity, courage, and perspective. I want you to carry that thought with you, to understand that the light you give to others is never wasted, and that its reflection reaches far beyond what you may realize. I write this not simply to celebrate who you are, but to remind you of your inherent value, the uniqueness of your perspective, and the irreplaceable role you hold in the lives of those who are fortunate enough to know you. Life may test us in ways we cannot anticipate, but the essence of our connection endures because it is rooted not in circumstance, but in recognition, understanding, and genuine appreciation. So as you listen, I want you to pause and take in the truth of these words. Let them sink into the quiet spaces where reassurance is needed. Let them remind you that the effect you have on others is profound, that your presence is a gift, and that your existence brings meaning beyond measure. In this world that often rushes, that often ignores, that often forgets, I want you to know that I remember, that I notice, and that I value you entirely. As the days move forward, I find myself reflecting not only on the past, but on the moments that lie ahead, moments that will challenge us, teach us, and offer the chance to grow in ways we may not yet imagine. There is a rhythm to life that is often overlooked, a quiet pulse that guides us toward what is meaningful, toward connections that matter, toward experiences that shape the soul. And in this rhythm, your presence is a steady beat, a measure of reassurance and comfort that I have come to rely on. It is remarkable how one person can alter the texture of another's life, simply by being steadfast, by showing up, by offering care without conditions, by seeing clearly without judgment. You have done this for me, quietly, consistently, and profoundly, and I want you to understand that it has not gone unnoticed. Every small act, every gesture of attention, every moment in which you lent patience or offered understanding has contributed to a tapestry of trust and warmth that I carry with me always. Life, of course, is not without its trials. There are days when uncertainty seems overwhelming, when fear or doubt creeps into our thoughts, when we question whether we are equipped to meet the challenges before us. It is in these moments that I find the lessons you have imparted most vividly. You have shown me that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward in spite of it. You have shown me that resilience is not measured by the lack of hardship, but by the determination to continue, to persevere, and to remain true to one's values even when the world feels chaotic. These lessons have become part of the foundation upon which I navigate my own life, the quiet wisdom that surfaces when I most need it. And so, I write not only to express gratitude but to remind you, and perhaps myself, that the influence of those we value extends far beyond immediate recognition. It is the echo of their care, the unseen support that sustains us in ways both subtle and profound, that shapes our character and informs the choices we make. I have learned from you the importance of consistency, of patience, of gentle encouragement. I have learned that the quiet acknowledgement of someone's efforts, the unspoken understanding that they are seen and valued, can have a transformative effect that resonates across time. And yet, even as I express this, I am aware that words alone may never capture the full extent of what I feel. Still, they must be offered, for silence cannot convey gratitude, cannot offer recognition, cannot honor the bond that has been cultivated through shared experience, mutual respect, and genuine care. You have shown me that human connection is an art as much as it is a necessity. It requires attention, empathy, patience, and authenticity. It is not measured solely by grand gestures but by the constancy of presence, the sincerity of engagement, and the willingness to invest in another person's growth and well-being. That is the gift you have given me, and it is a gift that I treasure with every passing day. I want you to consider, for a moment, the quiet power of your influence. Every encouragement you have offered, every thoughtful word, Every act of care has contributed to the person I am becoming. Even in moments when I may not have realized it, your presence has shaped my perspective, strengthened my resolve, and illuminated the path ahead. It is a rare and remarkable thing to encounter someone whose influence is both gentle and profound, and yet you embody that balance effortlessly. Life often urges us to measure value by achievement, by accolades, by visible success, yet the deepest and most enduring impacts are often invisible, intangible, and only understood in reflection. You are the embodiment of this truth. You have shaped my life not by spectacle or display, but by quiet, consistent, unwavering care. And in recognizing that, I hope you understand the profound respect, admiration, and affection I hold for you. I want you to feel the weight of this acknowledgement as deeply as I intend it, for it is sincere and enduring. It is not bound by circumstance, not diminished by distance, not constrained by time. It exists independently, as a testament to the significance of your presence in my life. And as I write this, I am mindful of how rare it is to encounter such constancy, such reliability, such generosity of spirit. The world is often tumultuous, unpredictable, and demanding. Yet you have remained a steadying force, a source of clarity and comfort, a reminder that care, patience, and authenticity are not merely ideals but tangible realities that can transform lives. This reflection, this acknowledgement, is also a promise that I will not take for granted what you have offered, a promise to honor the guidance and care you have provided by carrying it forward in my own actions. A promise to ensure that the impact of your presence endures through thoughtfulness, integrity, and dedication. You have given me more than I could articulate, and I strive to ensure that your efforts are recognized, appreciated, and reflected in the way I live, the decisions I make, and the care I offer to others. In this moment of reflection, I hope you understand that influence is not measured by the visible or immediate, but by the long-term effects it creates in the hearts and minds of those who are fortunate enough to experience it. You have shaped mine, and I am deeply grateful. And yet, this message is not only about gratitude, it is also about hope. Hope that the bond we share continues to deepen, that the lessons you have imparted continue to inspire, that the moments we share, whether large or small, are cherished and remembered. It is a reminder that presence matters, that attention matters, that care matters, and that these qualities, when given freely and sincerely, create ripples of impact that extend far beyond the moment. So as we move forward together, through the quiet hours and the turbulent ones, through moments of clarity and moments of doubt, I want you to know that your influence is lasting, that your presence is transformative, and that your care is treasured beyond words. You are extraordinary, not only for what you do, but for the way you are, steadfast, kind, insightful, courageous, and gentle. And it is this combination, this harmony of qualities, that has left an indelible mark on my heart. Life will continue to challenge us, to surprise us, to shape us, and yet I find comfort in the certainty that some things remain unwavering. The respect I hold for you, the admiration I carry, and the appreciation I feel for every moment, every gesture, every word that you have offered. In that, there is constancy. In that, there is reassurance. And in that, there is an enduring reminder of the remarkable impact you have had, and continue to have, in my life as we approach the present moment. I want you to recognize that life is often a series of unfolding revelations. Sometimes they arrive quietly, in a glance, a word, or a gesture. Other times, they arrive suddenly, in ways that take our breath and recalibrate our perspective entirely. The constancy you have offered me serves as a foundation upon which I can navigate both types of change with confidence and grace. You have been an anchor in a world that often sways unpredictably, and it is in this steadfastness that I find reassurance. There is an elegance in your presence, not one that is loud or demanding, but one that inspires quietly. It teaches that influence does not require fanfare, that strength does not always need demonstration, that love and care can be most profound when offered with humility and consistency. As I reflect on this, I feel compelled to remind you that what you bring into the lives of others, including mine, is immeasurable. It is not limited to the moments when words are exchanged or when deeds are visible, but extends into the quiet spaces where your influence is felt rather than seen. In those spaces, your example guides me, reassures me, and shapes me. Your courage has been a model for mine. Your patience has encouraged my calm. Your attention to what is subtle and important has taught me to value the small details that so often create lasting impact. Life is not merely a sequence of events. It is a tapestry woven from decisions, reflections, and the bonds we cultivate. You have contributed to my tapestry in ways that are both deep and enduring. There is an art to living with awareness, and you practice it effortlessly, inviting those around you to do the same, not through instruction but through example. I want you to understand that I recognize this artistry. I recognize the effort, even when it is invisible, the thoughtfulness, even when unspoken, and the care, even when understated. To be reminded of the beauty of patience, of the depth of understanding, and of the strength that is gentle is rare, and it is a gift I value beyond measure. As the days unfold, I hope you carry with you the awareness of your own significance. You often give more than you realize, yet the full extent of that giving is known to those whose lives are touched by it. It is easy to underestimate the ripples of influence that flow outward from consistent care, from steady attention, from unwavering commitment to goodness. You do not need to seek recognition, yet it is important that you acknowledge, even quietly to yourself, that your presence is transformative. The world is unpredictable, often challenging, sometimes overwhelming. Yet it is in the midst of this uncertainty that the constancy you provide becomes most apparent. It is in these moments that the lessons embedded in your example, resilience, patience, integrity, humility, shine brightest. I reflect on the moments we have shared, the conversations that lingered in thought long after they ended, the gestures that went beyond obligation to express genuine care. And I am reminded that human connection is the true measure of a meaningful life. To have someone whose influence is both subtle and profound is a rare gift, and I want you to feel the weight of the gratitude I carry. In contemplating this, I am also reminded of the future. The future is not yet written, yet it is shaped in quiet ways by the constancy, the care, and the wisdom we carry with us. Your influence has already prepared me to meet what lies ahead with clarity and courage. You have given me a framework for understanding what it means to act with integrity, to lead with empathy, and to remain grounded even in turbulent times. It is a gift that I will carry throughout life, a foundation upon which I can build not only my actions, but my understanding of the world and my place within it. As I express these thoughts, I want you to know that this message is not fleeting. It is a record of acknowledgement, a declaration of respect, and a testament to the deep admiration I hold. You have shaped my journey not only by what you do but by who you are. Your presence, your example, and your unwavering attention to what is right and true have altered the course of my understanding, my priorities, and my appreciation for the beauty of human connection. Even when circumstances are difficult, even when distance or distraction separates us, the influence of your presence endures. It is woven into the very way I approach challenges, the way I value relationships, the way I perceive opportunity, and the way I navigate uncertainty. This continuity is a reminder that true influence is never temporary, never fleeting, never limited to the moments when attention is obvious. It is enduring, persistent, and quietly transformative. I write these words not only to honor what you have given, but to assure you that your contributions are remembered, appreciated, and carried forward in thought and action. The constancy of your care is a model for me, a guidepost in times of uncertainty, and a source of inspiration in moments of doubt. I want you to carry with you the knowledge that your presence matters profoundly, that your influence extends far beyond what may be immediately visible, and that the respect, admiration, and gratitude I hold for you are unwavering. Life will continue to unfold in ways we cannot predict. Challenges will arise, opportunities will appear, and unexpected moments will demand decisions, courage, and wisdom. Yet you have already provided a map through your example, a reminder of what is possible when one remains true to values, committed to care, and attentive to the subtleties that shape meaningful human connection. And in this awareness, there is reassurance. There is certainty that what is most important is not always the most visible, that quiet guidance can be more powerful than loud proclamation, and that true influence endures beyond circumstance, beyond time, and beyond expectation. I hope that as you reflect on these words, you recognize the significance of your presence, the depth of your impact, and the lasting nature of your contributions to those whose lives you touch. You are extraordinary not only in what you do but in the way you are. You have demonstrated that strength can be gentle, courage can be quiet, and influence can be invisible yet transformative. You have shown me, through action and example, the profound effects of consistent care, attention, and authenticity, and for that I am deeply grateful. So as life continues to unfold, I want you to remember that you are valued beyond measure, appreciated more than words can convey, and admired for all that you are and all that you give. Your presence shapes the world in ways that may not always be recognized, yet the depth of its impact is undeniable. You have altered the course of my life, strengthened my character, and inspired me to approach challenges with courage and grace. In doing so, you have left an indelible mark upon my heart, and that mark is enduring. You are a source of inspiration, a model of integrity, and a reminder of the quiet strength that defines true leadership, true care, and true humanity. As I conclude this message, I hope that you carry with you the full measure of appreciation, admiration, and respect that I hold for you. You are extraordinary, you are cherished, and you are deeply, profoundly valued. Life will continue to offer twists and turns, moments of challenge and triumph, and yet the constancy you provide will continue to inspire and guide. Thank you for being steadfast, for being authentic, for being a presence that illuminates the lives of those who are fortunate enough to know you. This is my testament to you, my acknowledgement of your influence, and my promise to honor it by living with integrity, awareness, and gratitude. You are remarkable, and the world is immeasurably better because of you.